Yeah.
Got some, interesting feedback, whatever. And I guess on our podcast last week, what we talked about, we said basically, why the hell are you booking your band in two clubs less than, 30 minutes apart from each other, 30 miles apart from each other in the same weekend, let alone the same night? I called out a band, well, two bands that are managed by the same person, and last week. And it was kind of interesting because, as a result of that, I've had a, lengthy conversation. Keith from the Revel, we talked for about an hour. Talked to Christian a little bit over at Oscars, and bottom line is we're all in agreement. If you're going to start, screwing around with a venue, and I guess overbooking yourself in the area, or not even concerned whether or not a club is going to make money, there's no need for you in the industry, and there's no need for you to be playing at any of our venues. So it was kind of cool because hearing from our quote unquote competitors, they basically feel the same way, and they're all on board with not booking certain bands again.
Yeah.
Just as a result of that, it was kind of, and it's I mean, we had a decent amount of people watching the podcast. We had a few people comment on there, and it's ironic they're commenting anonymously, but it sounds like they're in bands. So while they agree with the commentary, they don't want to, I guess basically say who they are, which I can understand. I get, because God forbid you agree with something like that. It's blasphemy. But I did hear from a lot of, local bands that have texted me, not local bands, friends of mine are in bands that have texted me, called me. We had conversations this week, and they're like, dude, we agree. So bottom line, we have some, bands that agree. We have venues that absolutely agree. And, there are some bands that are going to suffer as a result of it. And I know, Keith ended up, I guess, canceling shows from those bands for the rest of the year as well. And it's a shame because, the history on some of those bands. And I was telling them, we've been booking, that Live 80 band, we used to book them up until 2019, I believe, and that's 7 or 8 years.
Wow. Hundreds
of shows that we booked. And I think that was when, back then John Viola was in it, and he started that band. But, something happened a couple of years back, and things have changed. And it is what it is. So if that's the way a band wants to behave, as a venue owner, people have the right to not tolerate it. And again, we all talk, and that was a perfect example this week. We all talked, and there is agreement. So I also know there are certain people in bands that, like Keith was like, oh, so and so said they don't agree. It was not right that you talk about that. Like why? And if you have a problem with it, you know what? Respond.
That's right.
Call me out and say I'm full of shit, or that what I'm saying is not right, or tell me.
They know. They know.
Yeah, exactly. But I don't know, like why would they say, oh, I disagree? Well, tell me why. And like I'm all about a debate. People know. I'll have a I guess competitive argument one way or the other and change my mind. Like you ever see those Facebook things that says, so-and-so,
like
change my mind.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. So change my mind. If you think I'm wrong, and if you think that us as club owners are wrong, then change my mind. That's pretty much it. I mean, but I don't, last week I mentioned it, and I told the bands, playing recently at Fat Daddy's, I said, don't feel bad. This isn't a reflection of you, like volume is down, it's slower, summer months, are slow. So don't take it personally. Well, you also got to remember, venues have to make money.
Yep.
And our staff has to make money. So if you want to essentially take money away from a staff member at one of our places, and that's either by booking yourself too many shows around the area, double booking on the same night with two different of your similar bands, like the ones I mentioned last week, look our staff in the face and tell them that, they don't deserve to earn money, that only you as a band deserves to earn money. And then how do you expect, venues to stay in business? And that's pretty much what, my thought process is. The economy, whether you believe it or not, the economy has not really recovered. We're struggling. Think about how much, anybody listening to podcasts, how much extra money do you have in your pocket this year than last year that you're going out and you're, buying all of these luxury items and all? You're not. And I don't care at what level you are, we're seeing it in the service industry. I know even in retail, our gun stores, we're seeing it even in retail. And it just, as a result of election year, the way the economy is and all, not to get into, all of the politics and everything behind it, but think about it in terms of your own staff or your own self and whether or not, you have that extra money. So go out, to a club. If you're in a band, try to encourage people to come out to said club to support you. And I've talked about it in the past, but don't water it down. So, Club A only gets 30% draw because you booked at Club B 30 miles away the same weekend, and, they might get, 50% of a draw, and other people like, nah, I don't have the, financial means to be able to go out every Friday and Saturday night or Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night. So, do this. And I've said it in the past, we're all in this together, so think about everything that I've been saying, whether you believe it or not, or whether you're pissed off at me for bringing it up. I don't necessarily care because all of the people that have been reaching out to me seemingly agree with what I'm saying. And if I'm going to spark a little controversy, so be it. So that's pretty much, that ties into the last 2 weeks rant. And then, this week, just reminding people, hey, the economy sucks out there. So do what we can. Yes, I understand you're in a band, you want to make money, but a venue is not going to book you if they're not making money. And if you're watering down the area by playing so frequently around the area, that's you're not helping. You're a part of the problem. So just try to be more part of the solution. So that's pretty much it, as far as that goes. But let's see, what do we have? Last week we had live band karaoke on Wednesday. We were closed Thursday. Happy 4th, everybody. I hope everybody still has your fingers and toes. Yeah. I didn't see too much of a disaster out there with people, any big reports of, anything blowing up. I actually didn't see a firework.
I didn't see a live firework. I didn't see any live fireworks.
No, we went out to my, buddy John and Kimmy's during the day for a little bit and then went back to, my other buddy Scott's later on in the afternoon, hung out, pretty much at home. We didn't go out anywhere and see any kind of fireworks. So it, that's, I don't know. I was just rather be at home.
I'm over, I'm right over by Kaboom Town over there in Addison, and I still didn't see any.
Really?
I heard.
What the hell is Kaboom Town?
That's the largest firework display in North Texas.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
Okay. No, I didn't see not one. I didn't hear anything, which is crazy. And we have to drive down 1187. And the fireworks stands, they didn't even look to be as packed as years past. And in the past, it used to have,
probably
on 4th of July, yeah. And it ties back to everything that I was just saying.
Yeah.
I don't think people had the extra money because those fireworks stands used to be a struggle to get down 1187 on 4th of July.
Yeah.
And we would up and down that road a couple of times on that day, and it you couldn't tell. It was no different. And all of the stands, the parking lots for them weren't nearly as full. We didn't see, anything going on where Mama Angie's was. I passed by there. They didn't look to be overly busy.
Yeah, I didn't see anybody in there.
Yeah, it's a shame, but goes back to, hey, people don't even have that money to burn, and I get it, fireworks, so.
The whole thing, the cool thing that I saw was the drone displays up in like the PGA area. They had some really awesome drone displays.
Yeah, and I think those are getting to be kind of cool. And it's, I guess a little bit safer unless a
would
drone
imagine,
flies out
yeah.
of it, crashes into somebody on the ground. But yeah, so we were closed 4th of July. We had Forever Hendrix out on Thursday with Bad Love. The Clapton on Friday with the Clapton tribute last Friday. And Saturday was Rise Against the Machine with Empires and Liar Liar. Rise Against the Machine, man, they are so good. Like, Dustin, he was on point this week. Everything just sounded really, really good. And, I'm looking around and smiling because, it's Rage Against the Machine, but now I'm starting to really dig them again, and I wasn't a huge fan, but watching that Tom Morello guitar player, he's out of his damn mind, this guy from Rise band, so they were phenomenal. I loved it.
What about Liar Liar?
Liar Liar killed it. I loved, and these are, 15-year-olds, I believe. I talked to them afterwards, and they were smiles ear to ear, and I love it. Talking to the parents, they're so appreciative of giving these guys the opportunity. Guys, it was guys and girls, whatever, but they're just a fun, I love everything about this and helping these young musicians, getting some stage experience, and
Where else are you going to do that?
Yeah. Well, and again, and I keep saying it over, the experience they're gaining, there was an issue during the performance with their guitar player.
Yeah.
Her guitar shut off at some point. I think there was a problem with the electrical line or something, but Brian was able to go up there and, the drummer and the bass player and, the singer just kept going, not with the song, but with the banter. That's the experience you'll learn by going through that live, and I love the way they responded. It's just making them more and more seasoned. And the cool thing is, I think the guys in Rise Against the Machine appreciated that. I think, Bishop and, Rick is now, the drummer for Empires, my buddy Darren Wise. I think they appreciated seeing these kids up there. This is the future to try to keep live music going. And, great job to the kids. Thank you so much to Rise and the guys in Rise and Empires for allowing them to take the stage for, half hour, 45 minutes or so. But I know they appreciated it. I think Sunday we also had the Bikini Car Wash up there at Fat Daddy's. Again, not as busy as we would have hoped, but the girls were able to put a couple extra dollars in their pocket, which is kind of cool. Yeah. And thank you to anybody who brought the cars out there to be washed. Thanks to Jack's Wax over there in Mansfield. They came out and supported us, provided, some free car wash, buckets and everything. Actually gave a demo to our staff on how to properly wash a car.
Like that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And if you want to see, there were some cool videos that were taken up there on our Facebook page. But again, not as busy as we would have hoped for our staff members that were out there because 4th of July weekend, it's still in the month of July. Yeah. June and July is really not good in bars and restaurants, but we were trying to do what we can to at least throw a couple extra dollars in the staff pocket. So thank you to anybody that showed up. We'll put on another one. I think the girls had a good time doing it.
Yeah, they did.
And, we'll let you know next time. Hopefully it won't be a holiday weekend or it'll be in, fall-ish. But, that's it. Let's see. This week, what do we got going on? We got live band karaoke with Shannon Cobb tonight. It is Wednesday night. Barefoot Nation, the Kenny Chesney tribute. They're back tomorrow night. So if you love Kenny Chesney, actually Kenny Chesney is on my bucket list. I haven't seen him live yet, but I can't he's one of my bucket lists. And you either love him or hate him, I think. But I think Kenny Chesney has taken over that Jimmy Buffett. I've been saying this for a couple of years.
Yeah, for sure.
And now that Buffett's dead, Kenny Chesney's got that kind of beach party vibe going. So come on out, support Barefoot Nation tomorrow. Friday night, Def Legend. My buddies over there and Def Legend are back there. I talked to Mike Helm a little bit this morning, and he's like, we're having a killer year. And I've noticed, they're playing a lot out of state at festivals, and I'm proud of them. I'm so happy to see that because again, But as a perfect example, that's a band that's doing it and getting outside of the DFW area. Nobody will ever be able to tell me that they water down the area because, they're playing every weekend around here. No, Mike is strategic with how he books the Def Legend Band, and no matter what happens, they always do well. It's because, they might play a show a month in our area, and that's perfect because it brings people wanting more, but they're also expanding outside the footprint. So kudos to, the guys in Def Legend, but they're playing Friday night with a band named Goo. I believe we'll be out there, the Goo Goo Dolls tribute. So I'm looking forward to that. That'll be Friday night. Then Saturday night, we got Pride in the Name of You2 opening up for Chi and Rebel Yell. So if you came out and saw the U2 tribute, they are phenomenal. They really are great, and everybody knows Chi and the Rebel Yell group. They're amazing as well. So that's CJ. I believe April is now, or April is drumming with them. Obviously Chi. I can't remember if it's Carlos or whatever playing bass, but it's a great tribute night out there for Saturday night as well. So come on out. Next week we got again Wednesday live band karaoke with Shannon Cobb. Next Thursday will be the Force, a police tribute. That I've never seen them, but I'm looking forward to. I'm going to try to get out and see that. But Friday of next week is Texas Whiskey and You, the Chris Stapleton tribute, playing with Emotions in Motion, the Billy Squier tribute. And I'm not sure if Addison's back yet to be singing with them, but I can't wait to see it because I think people love Billy Squier. I know when I was growing up, you couldn't admit it.
No, I did, man.
We weren't allowed to admit it, but I think everybody really secretly liked him.
Yeah,
and it was something weird about it, but like he's got great guitar work and I'm kind of looking forward to be able to see that. And then next Saturday night, so 3 nights in a row, by the way. So you got the Police, then you got Texas Whiskey and You with the Billy Squier tribute, Emotions in Motion. Then next Saturday, it's Back in Black and Unglued. We talked about CJ, Scars and all, but JC. I don't know why I keep saying CJ. JC Scars. But playing with Back in Black. So that's going to be a phenomenal weekend. I hope everybody gets out there. And like I said, these are your bands. You want to support them. The Pride in the Name of You2 is a newer band that we only booked one other time, Barefoot Nation. We haven't booked them in a couple of years, and they're finally coming back. I booked them a couple of shows this year. The Police band, The Force, and, Billy Squier. These are all newer bands that really haven't played too much at Fat Daddy's before, so I hope people come out and support it. What else we got going on? First Fridays of the month for all teachers. I guess we have a couple more weeks for that. But Industry nights are tonight between midnight or all day today. So if you're in the service industry, we have a secret menu for you all and drink specials all day.
Burger of the month.
Oh, yeah, and I'll talk about that. But also with Industry, we have Friday and Saturday nights from midnight to 2 a.m. Fat Daddy's Mansfield are now have a new burger of the month, and actually plate of the month, I guess you could say, and they're starting to get involved in that. This month, it's brisket. So they have brisket tacos and a brisket burger.
Yeah.
So, brisket on the bun and all. It's great. So go on out, try that, and the price of them, very reasonable. Again, people can say what they want, but we keep our prices pretty reasonable, and people are surprised. Especially, like I heard some of our staff members, we have newer staff members that just came in to Fat Daddy's. I was talking to them, and they said they were really surprised at how inexpensive our food is.
Yeah, and it's a big portion, too.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, when we're not shy on portions or anything, have a burger, look at our pizzas. Our prices are very reasonable compared to, other, restaurants that are out there. So don't sleep on the food of Fat Daddy's. Come check out the brisket burger and the brisket tacos. They looked amazing when I saw them the other day. What else we got coming? So we talked about the Back in Black and Unglued show. That's a big show coming up. Don't forget, the end of the month, we have Iconic Those who thought, Crazy Town was playing, unfortunately, they're canceled because of, Shifty, dying of an overdose or something from what we heard. So that's canceled. Well, other big shows coming up, October, we have 2 huge shows. We have Enough's Enough playing. I think my buddy Lee and Guto and them, Michael, they're in Frequency. I think we have them opening up, and my goal is to be able to get up on stage and play a song or two with them. Not singing, actually,
Yeah, that's
playing
cool.
guitar and all. So, but that's coming up in October. We also just confirmed and booked Mike Tramp. Mike Tramp's White Lion. Mike Tramp, the original singer for White Lion, he's going to be doing all White Lion now, playing with Back in Black on the same show.
Oh,
And I
wow.
talked to the guys
Oh,
in
no.
Back in Black saying, hey, you guys okay with this? They're like, hell yeah.
Wow.
So, like, that's going to be a big one. October is looking like it's going to be pretty good.
Man, when does that start?
Um,
The show.
what time?
Yeah, it seems like that would go for a long time.
Yeah, I don't know yet. I think we're going to do, well, we'll probably do 8 o'clock, start, or 8:30, 9 o'clock. But, Mike Tramp, I think he only does 75 minutes, maybe 90 minutes. I got to look at the contract, so we'll work out the times then.
I wonder if
But-
he has any stamps. That would
Oh,
be
my
cool,
God.
right? No, that's good. Come on.
Good God.
He should sell stamps.
So what else is happening out there? The Rail Club, by the way, had their grand opening July 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th. They did their Phoenix Fest. Kudos to my buddy Chris Pallone. Looked like it was an amazing event that he hosted out there. And he had a great crowd supporting him. Congrats on being open again. So don't forget, check out the Rail Club. Let's keep them going. It's another band or another venue that was forced to close and just reopened. And kudos to them. So keep an eye on their calendar as well. And Chris, I told him the other day, anything he needs, reach out. I'll do anything I can to help him. My buddy Dwayne Tyree, still got Rockin' Taco out there. With Dwayne Tyree, if anybody knows him, he's with the Platinum Music facility out there in North Richland Hills. He's got Rockin' Tacos. That's on Roof Snow. I told him the only downside is, he needs beer or margaritas because it's hard for me to,
Yeah. How do you eat
have
a taco without a
with
beer?
that. Exactly.
Yeah.
So I don't even know if he's got, applied for a license, any of that yet, but
Well, it's
you
probably
have
then,
to have.
BYOB then, right?
I don't know. I haven't seen any reference to it at all. So I just don't know. So Dwayne, comment, let us know what your plans are with that. Also, don't forget Rock Stars of Tomorrow Mansfield are right now smack dab in the middle of their summer program. And these are where they're teaching your kids multiple instruments. So guitar, vocals, keyboards, drums, production, everything. So go visit Arnie and Terry out there. They're also retail. I was there earlier and, for my guitar lessons. And they got new guitars in, new amps in, they have new pedals.
Maybe we should have
So-
some of those, one of those production kids come over here, help us with this production.
Oh, yeah, right?
Yeah.
Do something.
Yeah.
Well, the buzz wasn't so bad last week. So that's pretty, I think we might have figured that one
All
out.
right, all right.
Almost, but, we'll keep our ears out for it and all. So, but yeah, don't forget, for even repair work, he's working on one of my amps, some tubes blew, all of that. So, what else got happening? Thompson's Bookstore, 900 Houston Street in Fort Worth. I know we did win now for Best Bar for the Fort Worth Weekly.
Yeah.
Again. And,
Also, we've won a lot of awards, but the last one that came in was, there's a couple, most romantic spot in Fort Worth.
Really?
Yeah.
see, that's cool because I think that distinguishes what we're about.
Yeah.
And what we're trying to build out there. So if you haven't been to Thompson's Bookstore, go check it out. You'd be amazed. And it's a bar, it's not kid friendly. I'll let you know that it's 21 and older.
Yeah.
But if you need a date night,
Yeah.
if you and a buddy want to go out, have a drink, smoke a cigar. We have 4 floors over there. We have the basement, which is our speakeasy, open certain nights of the week. We have our main bookstore level. We have our
Event center.
event center on the second floor That's for private parties and reservations up there. To book
Mixology.
that. Our mixology classes, you're right, we have, a number of those booked so far, where couples, singles, couples, check out, the calendar.
Yep.
Look at it. I mean, it's kind of cool. We'll teach you how to make, different signature craft cocktails. And like I said last week, not like rum and cokes, but we'll teach you a couple of craft cocktails. You could buy the ingredients from us when you're done. We'll give you a recipe card, but you'll be able to take that home and continue making your own drinks. But what a great, experience for, your buddies, or you and your girlfriends want to go out there just for a couple of hours, hang out. But it's an incredible place, so give it a shot if you haven't been out there. And don't forget, we have the Cigar Lounge floor on the 3rd floor. That's unbelievable. And
Yep.
everybody that goes up there, we had that event a week or two ago with Garrison Brothers
Yep.
and
Meet the maker.
yeah, to Meet the Maker. So it was Garrison Brothers and McAuliffe Cigars. So that was, that was a great one. We're working on a new event now, I think for August, with the new company coming. So be on the lookout for that. I want to try to do those, Meet the Maker events or hosted events promoting a particular cigar brand.
A lot of hotels are sending their guests over to us for the cigar because of the cigars.
Really?
Yeah, they're asking.
So
the
our names are
concierge.
getting so. Oh yeah, we've been spending a lot of time trying to build those connections
Yeah.
with those downtown
Yeah.
hotels, and it's working. And you don't be surprised if you go into an area hotel and you actually see Thompson cigars being sold in that hotel.
Yeah, that's happening. That's coming up. Yep.
So be on the lookout. We're getting our name out there. So, and it has been, that place is amazing. The revenue that they're doing out there, set aside that, but the experience that people are walking away with, the reviews, all of that as well. So 900 Houston Street. It's on the corner of Houston and 8th, right next to the blown up building.
Yep. It's
so
kind of controversial too, like our password or our advertising. Either love it or hate it. And there's some
Oh, yeah.
people that hate it.
Oh yeah, there are. Like I said, some people are like griping about,
They're like,
our
what?
password, like the
Yeah.
middle finger, or, even, but
I will not be coming back. We're like, all right, well,
cool,
yeah.
sorry to hear that, but you're making room for other people.
Yep,
So go check us out at Thompson's. Don't forget Marksman Firearms. We have our guns of the month. So go at marksmanfirearm.com. I think, Colleen, we have an Anderson AM-15 lower for $47. So you could, build your own AR if you're looking to, but it's got to start with a receiver. So come on in, $47 a clean, or we could ship it to your local location as well. If we don't have it available in Mansfield or Granbury, Wichita Falls. But speaking of Wichita Falls, we have a Beretta APX 9mm pistol for $320. Granbury's got a CZ 457 17 HMR 22 long rifle, and I believe that's for like $560. That's a badass little 22, and especially go out there now and kill turtles that are taking over, tanks or whatever on your property. That's a great gun to be able to do it.
What about squirrel? Can I kill a squirrel?
You could certainly kill a squirrel. Scott Hansen, if you're listening, I won't even get into that one, but then Mansfield's got a Taurus G2C 9mm for $240. So pop in. Don't forget about ammunition. The shortage that's happening, throughout, election years and all, and with the buyout the government typically has in September, October timeframe, right before an election, is going to make ammunition scarce. So don't wait. And again, heed my warning. I'll say it every week. Heed my warning. Go pick up your ammunition now, and don't gripe when we can't get it for you in September, October.
There was a story, I think, in Wall Street Journal just recently about that.
Oh, was there really?
Yeah, it's already starting.
So, and there you go.
Yeah.
So go research it for yourself if you think we're, full of shit. And, the last thing, Capone's Drink Easy and Sports Bar in Burleson. We should be having a meeting, I believe, this week, today or later on this week with the city to get final, comments from them about when we're able to start construction. So as soon as we get the go-ahead, our contractors are chomping at the bit, ready to start. So
Is there someone out there to be in that meeting if it's okay?
Well, Wes or Aaron, I believe, it's got to be one of them. Joey's still,
Yeah.
off in Florida, doing his thing. So, yeah, but that's it. So get on out to Fat Daddy's. Go out and support. I don't care if it's, our buddies out there at Tees or Revel or, I talked about the Rail in Fort Worth, Oscars over in Burleson. Just go out, go out and support these venues, help them out. Make sure you're doing all you can to keep live music venues around so that you'll be able to enjoy live music for years to come. And I don't care if you don't choose Fat Daddies because you don't like the band, but get out someplace and support each other. We all do.
It's such a different vibe when you go to a local venue and as opposed to like American Airlines Center or something like one of the big arena rock things.
Oh yeah.
I mean, when you get up close and personal to these bands, it's just a different vibe, and it's so much better. I love it.
Oh yeah, and again, closer to home, it's easier for you to go out there, bring your friends, have your, and remember, even at like Fat Daddy's, you could book a reservation over there, if you're going to have your birthday parties and all. We do a lot of that, by the way, for, we had an award ceremony that was there the other night, I believe Monday night, for my friend's, foundation. But we have, different organizations that come out there and they have their meetings out there, not like AA. That would be,
Man, that would be a tough meeting.
yeah, that would be tough,
Beer all over
but
the place.
a lot of organizations come out there and they have reservations, but we host a lot of parties, graduation parties that are over there, reunions, things of that nature. So keep in mind, we have a lot going on over at Fat Daddy's that we could do, and people that come in for the first time see us and are like, holy cow, this place isn't what I thought it was.
Yeah, and
so at least pop in, enjoy our patio.
Yeah, we were voted best patio in DFW.
Were we?
Yeah.
So
It's huge.
Oh.
It's massive. I mean,
Oh,
plus,
yeah.
it's a great patio. Plus, people notice, so we were voted there. Yeah.
Well, cool. So we're still getting awards and all. So that's it, I guess, for this week. Thank you, everybody, for all your continued support. If you don't agree with me, go ahead, call me out. Let's see. We'll talk about it. Let's engage in conversation. But like I told everybody, there's only one way to solve this, and it's by working together. So do your part. We're going to keep continuing to do our part over at, Angmar Retail Group. And also, with that said, hope to see everybody out of Fat Daddy's or at our gun stores or out of Thompson's. Enjoy your week. Enjoy your weekend. Stay safe out there. Peace.